Whatever you want to do. Right. No, he doesn't.
States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call. Anthony? Tom? Cindy? Here. Sarah? Here. And I'm Cindy Smith. All in attendance. On the agenda. To it, public comment review, is that the one before the 3 minute?
Are you down at the bottom of our business?
No, it's, that's for us, so if we don't interrupt them, they get their 3 minutes, and then if we want to discuss as a board something about it, we can.
Okay. Entertain a motion to approve what changes to the agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda with additions.
You support it?
Yes, no. Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Public comment regarding agenda items.
Is it, when you say public comment regarding the agenda, is it just agenda specific or something in regards that's within the agenda?
Only on items that are on the agenda.
What are they on the agenda?
What, do you have an agenda?
I don't see anything written down here. What the
Business. Under business.
Under business.
Oh.
Do you have a comment? So this affords you the opportunity to speak about something we're gonna talk about
Okay, so then
before
I guess
we do it.
I have a couple questions.
State your name, please.
Karen Rich.
Bingo.
Why were the draft meetings for the special meeting on November 22nd removed and replaced with the draft minutes from the regular meeting of November 9th? So if you go online and you pull up the special meeting minutes, what's in there is the meeting minutes for November 9th.
That may be an error.
Originally, those special meeting minutes were in there, but they're not in there anymore.
Okay, thank you.
And then, some corrections for the minutes from the November 9th, and this is where I didn't know if I should bring this up now or bring it up later.
Go ahead.
Okay. One thing that was left out of the minutes was it stated by the supervisor that the sheriff's department has limited funds and cannot afford the specialized noise metering equipment needed for enforcement. That was left out of the minutes. And then incorrect documentation of the filibuster. It was documented, citizens stated that he was trying to filibuster the entire meeting so township business could not be completed, when in reality what was said was the citizen commented, or what it should say is the citizen commented about what a filibuster is, not that he was trying to filibuster the entire meeting so the township business could not be completed. This also was not in the meeting minutes.
Any other public comment? Yes, sir. Please state your name.
My name is Mike Brady. I'd like to comment on the bills to be paid that were on the agenda for tonight. The township paid Tom Epsy $1,300 for Holcomb Creek material. No labor was listed in the bills. Where was the gravel installed? How many yards of gravel? Do we have an invoice from the supplier for the gravel? We obtained estimates from a local supplier this week for a quantity of about 40 yards, which is the gravel train, for $750. What was the other $650 for? Did you secure bids from competitive suppliers as the law requires? Is Tom Apsey licensed and insured? What is the tax ID number used for this transaction? What was the recommendation of Eagle to, why was the recommendation of Eagle to stop mowing and vehicle traffic for 2 years and provide a baseline for a recommended environmental impact study ignored by Cindy Apsey? Is Holcomb Creek and all of the adjacent low-lying areas in the 100-year floodplain? Are you aware it's a federal violation to fill in the floodplain without an elevation study and proper engineering? Was an elevation study performed at Holcomb Creek? Why did your application to Eagle claim you were doing maintenance on a Holcomb Creek parking lot when there never was a parking lot? You can't maintain something that isn't there. The recent work was construction and it wasn't properly permitted by the county. Did your application, the recent Holcomb Creek and all of the township properties? I missed my notes here. I think we're good with Holcomb Creek. Thank you.
Anybody else? Yep.
Tim Goff here, even though I don't need to state my name. You have on the special meeting for 11/22/2022, you adopted 3 resolutions for North End Park.
We're not listening to you.
You may not be concerned, but it's a concern when it involves taxpayer money. Okay? You have 3 motions to adopt resolutions. North End Park for $175,000, Holcomb Creek for $70,000, and the Sledding Hill for $70,000. Nothing is mentioned in what these are going to be for. None of these were presented to the Planning Commission. And nothing was mentioned about how much is it going to cost to apply for these grants? Because I have on recording that you said it's going to cost, but it will be covered by the grants. And I don't know of any grant applications that supervisor that I applied for that they said, hold off on the fee, we'll collect it when the grant comes in. So is there any motion to pay for the people who are doing the grant work?
Anybody else? Yes. Vicki Dellatt.
Question is, how was the COVID relief money that the township received distributed, and why aren't the financial details public? Thank you.
Anybody else?
Bob Branshaw. And the bills to be paid, what are the White and Voida legal fees for $1,147? And what specific services cases did White and Voida provide the township? And what services case did Frio provide? And his charges were $2,700.
Anybody else?
Cindy,
Oh, you already spoke.
does the board choose to answer any of these questions?
Okay.
I guess it'd be no.
Silence means no.
That's what public comment review is for later in the agenda.
Okay. I would like to introduce Dave, our future county commissioner. I appreciate you coming to the meetings. Thank you very much.
Your title is what, sir? County Commissioner-elect.
And it's Alpena and Alcona?
Excuse me.
I'm sorry, Alcona.
Alcona Township.
Excuse me, we have a township meeting here.
Well, I was interrupting.
We can't hear Cindy, that's all. We just want to know what the man's name was.
This one, sign it up.
Right.
Okay. I have a hearing in Bay City on the 4th on the Mockinridge case. January 9th will be in Harrisville for the Holden Creek case. And on December 19th, I will be attending a meeting with other townships at the county building in regards to some blight elimination funds that have become available within the county for $200,000.
What days did they say?
January 4th.
And that was for,
Mockinridge. And I contacted Omega Electric, they're gonna come down Friday and give me a price and some ideas on replacing the outdoor lighting outside the front. It's really dim.
Cindy, could you speak up, please? Because it's lower down, I'm having a hard time hearing you.
did you catch what she said last?
Yeah.
She's gonna have Omega come out and give a quote for lighting outside the store because it's really dark. I know Saturday we had some issues with people almost falling because they couldn't see, so.
Okay, that's an excellent.
I don't have anything we need to report at this time.
Did everybody review the bills to be paid?
I just have a question.
Yes,
That Abbott fixed the building,
yes.
is that our responsibility? I just never seen where we had to do any maintenance to that building before.
That's up for question. I mean, go ahead, Cindy, if you want to.
Like we discussed it with the attorney, and he felt that there's a thing is, I don't know, repair and maintenance on a building that's being rented out, it's not your responsibility, it's everyday wear and tear. I wish that we would have been given the opportunity to see it and hire a contractor ourselves. We don't know that, John. We don't know that we could have hired somebody cheaper because we
Well, the bill itself, total bill is $500 some.
Yep.
And if you hire any contractor that's gonna come there, they're not gonna take on a job like that and do it
So
for
to
less than that.
answer
I
your
mean, that's
question,
just-
tenant, this is the lease, tenant shall have the right to remove the same at any time during the term of this lease, provided that all damage to the lease premises caused by such removal shall be repaired by tenant at tenant's expense.
But that's if we alter the building.
Did anyone on here get contacted? That's what I'd like to know.
That damage is done too.
No. Well, that's, if you read that, it said we alter the
What they mean by alter the building, when you damage the building, that's how you alter.
so we can put walls in.
I mean, there's no question on that, it's just the fact that I don't feel like fighting with it a whole lot.
Under damage and destruction, it does say, making repair, management should be, oh, this is about the landlord making repairs. That's like,
It's pretty simple lease agreement.
It's in there.
It says on there that you have the right to remove anything you put on it, but you're responsible
Okay,
for damage.
please let us, you know, for business.
So if it's fixed now, it's the same as if it gets fixed before.
It also says that we can have to do.
yes.
The librarian tried.
John, please.
I was just curious. But if
Yeah.
it says it.
It does.
Louder, we can't hear.
Move up closer.
Even then, you can't hear. What happens to the
Okay.
microphone?
What do you want?
They're not working.
Does somebody want to make a motion for the bills? Or do you want to-
I'll make a motion to pay the bills as presented.
Motion's been made by Anthony and seconded by Tom. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Everybody's reviewing the November 9th meeting minutes?
Yes. Yes, I will check with Suter to make sure the right minutes are posted. I know I sent them to them all,
Yeah.
and he posted them on the wrong dates. I did send you a revised
Yeah.
corrected edition, probably yesterday, of some changes in the minutes, so those are the ones I'm asking to be approved with some changes in.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve the November 9th, 2022 minutes as presented.
Support.
Motion's been made by Sarah, seconded by Tom, to approve the minutes from November 9th. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. The November 22nd special meeting, anybody have any questions or comments? I'll entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the special meeting on November
22nd.
22nd.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Sarah, do you have any comments on your treasury report?
I did them twice.
Yes, on your.
So just cross one out,
Yeah.
so,
Yep.
or I'll put duplicate, because we didn't take it off it.
No,
So I'll just
put a note on there to check with Sue.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I just want to let the board know that I did have to buy another printer. I know the other one was only like a year old, but it went bad. Apparently it had a bad card in it. I had Mike Sitter try to remote in and fix remotely. He couldn't do that, so he suggested that I just replace it with the same printer since that, we already had ink and everything for it, so, and I was able to hook that up and get that going.
We
So
were
the
just
old-
over the 1-year warranty, weren't we? Because I think I looked at that, and we were just over it.
Yeah, and the one that's broken, I just need the board's approval to throw it in the dumpster. I sent the information off the new one to Michael Suter, so he has those numbers for it. And then I just wanted to let you know, that I was looking for something up in the office back 2 months ago or whatever. I came across a box that said treasurer on it, had $100 in it. I got a hold of our auditor and asked him what I should do with it. I assumed it was like petty cash. As taxes come in, if somebody's 50 cents short or 75 cents, if it's under $1, I personally usually will cover the difference because it doesn't make sense to send that bill out again. And he suggested that I keep some of it on hand for that purpose and then deposit the rest in the tax account. So that is what I did with that. And there's record of my email record with him, and it's also receipted.
Can you give me a copy of that record, just the email record?
Yeah, but you have the receipt from, oh no, you don't, because it was to the tax account.
Right.
So yeah, I can.
Can you give
send-
me something
I'll send
showing
it to you.
that, just so you're covered on that?
I'll send it to you, but he said that should go in the tax account, so that's what I did with that. And I presented my report, I think that's it. Thank you.
The only thing I would ask is your printer, can you check with Suter to make sure there isn't a card that needs to be destroyed in there, because sometimes it keeps copies of things
Okay,
that.
I'll put that upstairs until we find out.
Yeah, just, I'm okay with you disposing it, I give you my verbal, that's
Because
fine,
you're right, maybe
but
there's some other supposed to.
just make sure with him, would you, that's
Yeah.
all I'm saying.
Okay, good idea. Oh, and I also, sorry, I have to be in office to collect taxes one day between, Christmas and New Year's. So the 27th, someone will be available, 9 to 5 at my office, which is at my home. And I do appointments. It's right on tax bills, so.
Okay.
And there's also the drop box, if anybody needs to just drop off everything. Thank you.
Thank you.
The planning commission met December 5th. We discussed, Denise Klein wasn't here this time, but she had a list of things for us to go over, so that's mainly what we did. We were one member short that day, and we set the dates for next year's meetings, and there's 2 rezoning requests that we will be having public hearings on next month.
Was there any change to your meeting dates that's notable, like times or days or?
Yeah. It's always the first Monday. There's, I think, 3 exceptions with holidays.
Okay. But that's in your minutes online?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anthony. Jim, did you have anything that you want to talk about?
Jim's always got something.
Good morning, Jim.
I'm planning on speaking, but anyway, good news. For all the years I've been taking care of the vets at the cemetery, there's been one veteran up there still that does not have a headstone. And I finally had some conversation with the National Personnel Records Center in St. Louis. Had conversation with the Memorial Services Division. It used to be in Quantico, Virginia. Now they're in Janesville, Wisconsin. But anyway, I got the packet all together. Got what information was available on the veteran whose name is Joseph Allen Peters. And this packet went out today. I got the tracking number. I drove down to Lincoln and had Sarah Healy at Gillies Funeral Home sign their portion of the app along with my signature as the applicant and representing the cemetery. Cross our fingers and cross our toes this thing gets approved, because you better have all your I's dotted and T's crossed. And hopefully his marker will come in and it'll be shipped to Gillies Funeral Home, and Sarah will call me when it comes in, and we'll schedule a date and time this coming spring to set that marker on lot 57 in the original section. Right next to his grandfather, Joseph Henry Peters, who also did not have a headstone until a year or so ago. And I took that little endeavor on, and after 114 years, he's got a headstone. Spanish-American War vet. So there's been 3 out there with no headstones. They got them now, and 1 more on the way, hopefully. So after almost 2 years working on this, I hope it will come to fruition, and I hope this is the last headstone I have to try and give. So just wanted to update the board, and send my minutes and notes, but the public should know that, it's all of our citizens.
Yes, it is.
Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Jim.
Do they install those at no cost, Jim?
Or,
Do they install those headstones at no cost, or can we get
JD
donations?
takes care of that.
Who does?
JD takes. That's the least I can do for what they do.
Yeah, $75.
Paid for it, and you
Yeah.
got
I can use my employee discount.
Would you raise this month?
I just recycle that money right back into the cemetery.
Well, if we get
Thanks,
donations.
So we get donations, people want,
If we get any, we'll let you know.
sit down and be quiet.
Okay.
You're always arguing. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, in the past, the board gave me permission to hire an alternate ZA. I did hire James Gilbert. He will be available on an as-need basis. I would entertain discussion, but I would like to pay him just an annual step of $250 to be on call when we need him. We have to pay him something, so if anybody has a better number.
So is this gonna be a yearly thing to be,
It's an annual,
to be paid when, in December of every month? Or every year, or, I just wanna know when I'm paying. I like December, so the service is there, so we're paying backwards like we do everything else.
So you want to pay him in December or pay him in January?
Pay them in December, but this time it's gonna have to be January.
Okay, that's why I'm
December's
asking.
already here, but I would like it normally to be in a December month.
Okay. That's fine. Does everybody feel that's a fair amount?
I'll make a motion to pay our alternate ZA $250 stipend per year to be paid in December, with this annually, with this one being in January 2023.
I'll support that.
Cindy, Tom. The motion was made by Cindy, seconded by Tom. All in favor?
Aye.
The motion carried.
Let's do roll call on that.
Okay.
You're gonna have to wait for me though.
That's okay. I'm getting better at it.
You second, please.
Yep.
Okay. Cindy Assey,
Aye.
yes or no?
Yep.
Okay, Sarah,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Anthony,
Yes.
and I say yes. Thank you.
Motion carried. Okay. I met with R.S. Scott in regards to the grants that we're
You
applying.
skip.
What did I skip?
It's not on here.
Resolutions and updates on grants.
You had it on the other one, but not on this.
It's on mine. Okay,
You had it on the one you sent out.
yeah. I don't know why it's still on here. Okay. Anyways,
Okay, resolutions?
yeah. I met with R.S. Scott today on all three of these. They go in Monday. I had the deeds, I had to take them up the deeds, I took them up. We're collecting letters of support. There will be, we're applying for them Monday, but on February 24th of 2023, we will be holding a public comment meeting on these three grants.
Who will be? Who will be? The board?
The board will, yes. It'll be open to the public and they can come and,
At what time?
there is no set time yet. We can do that in our January or February meeting, but
Okay.
it'll be probably 7 o'clock at night.
Okay, can we ask questions here?
Go ahead.
Okay. So my question is just for clarification, we had a special meeting to approve these, why are we doing them again?
Because when we got the information after we did these, the minimum is higher.